Hey, how you doing, everyone? This is T01 Star here. I'm coming to you another gameplay video. The next gen consoles are upon us, and I want to get into a few topics. All right, here we go. The fanboys, the Sony ponies, or the Xbox fanboys. This is a funny topic. By all means, I'm not a fanboy. I've actually had in the past a Sony and I've had Xbox 360, obviously. So for me to say like I'm biased or whatever the case may be, it's not. I do like to joke about it though. I've grown more accustomed to the Xbox One. I can most definitely say that I've grown accustomed to the Xbox One rather than the PS or any Sony, because I actually haven't had a PlayStation in years, since like 06, since Xbox 360 dropped pretty much. So I mean, there's that, but I've had pretty much almost any game console: 64, Super Nintendo, NES, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Channel, Sega Genesis. I mean, shit, I had it. So I guess you can say I'm more of a all-around gamer. I'm willing to try something different. You know, get my feet wet into the topic or the subject of something new. But I don't want to be judged because I'm trying something different or something that's new. So that's pretty much why I'm making this video. Like, people are taking this next gen console stuff way too serious. Like, let me give you an example of my WorldStar experience. I was watching Dashie. I'm actually subscribed to his channel. If you aren't, I'll leave a link in the description box below. But I was watching Dashie's channel video on WorldStar, and it's about the Xbox One unboxing. And this guy in there was pretty much saying the Xbox One sucked, and he's like listing reasons why he felt that way. And he was like, one thing on it was like Xbox One 720, and it was like PS4 is greater because it has 1080p. And I was like, well, Xbox One does have 1080. When I set it up, I had the option to go from 720 to 1080, so it does have 1080p. Granted, some games may not all be in 1080p, but the console itself is actually 1080p. So I think people are really getting like lost in translation with that, or mixed up or confused with that. So I don't know, but I try to explain that, and I end up getting insulted because people are like, oh, well, you know what you're talking about, you're illiterate and all this bullshit. I'm like, how am I illiterate? Because I actually know what I'm talking about. I'm speaking of what I actually saw, actually experienced and went through. And you're speaking of something that you don't have. You have a PlayStation 4, basically, or you're a fanboy. It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. So I really didn't engage too much into that. I just kind of said my piece, and I ended that whole entire debacle with that bullshit. So which brings to my next question. Why do people think it's necessary to go out of their way to insult somebody based off their choice of console? I mean, everybody has their own personal opinion on what they want to do, what they choose to do with their lives or spend their money towards. Like, why is it so necessary that you have to insult them because of such fact? I mean, it's kind of petty. It's kind of retarded. I mean, yeah, if you joke with some friends, I mean, yeah, but even still, that sometimes, for some people, I can't speak for myself, but obviously out there, for some people, it can get serious, where you lose friends or communication with family members get cut because of that. I mean, really, does it have to get that serious? It's a console. I mean, it's for entertainment. I mean, not to entertain you personally. I mean, shit. If you feel some type of way about it, why don't you put the money down for the console you want, so when you come to this person's house, you can enjoy yourself? Other than that, I mean, should it be relevant what this person buys and for their household, be it entertainment or otherwise? I mean, is it your money? But to close on this topic, I mean, I just want to put it this way. This whole entire PS4 versus Xbox One thing is trivial as two group of students in school made to go into a medieval battle over which trying to get what's the word? Which curriculum is better, reading or math? I mean, think about it, it's pretty petty. I mean, can you imagine walking down the hallway? These kids are ready to go at it. They're ready to fight because one side thinks math is better, one side thinks reading better. Personally, for this topic, I enjoy reading. I read a lot. I study a lot of stuff. Math is not one of my strong suits. I'm not saying I'm bad at math. I'm just saying personally, I think math is root of all evil. There are some of you out there who may think otherwise. I mean, but it's my personal opinion about it. I don't expect anybody to go out there and threaten me and threaten to kick my ass because I like reading over math. I mean, you just think about it, like, why does it have to get that serious? So it's just one little example I wanted to bring up for that. I mean, the way I see it, the arguments to that extent is petty. For just as far as a friendly debate, I mean, go ahead. A friendly debate is cool. I mean, but for things to get too serious, somebody's life is getting dangerous, threatened, I mean, it's not worth it. But for those out there who are like that, either respect someone's opinion or you do not engage in the conversation at all. Simply put, don't go out your way to insult somebody. Don't go out your way to try to make yourself feel good because you hurt somebody's feeling or threaten them. And yeah.